Cleanup is underway in several communities after strong storms pound southern Wisconsin. Many local residents woke up today to severe storms.
You probably heard it on your window. Now some homeowners are left without a roof over their heads. We begin our team coverage in one of the hardest hit areas in Greene County. The powerful storm ripped through Monroe this morning, blowing off roofs, downing trees, and knocking out power. And that is where we find NBC 15's Chris Woodard, who has the latest.
Hey John, scenes like the torn up yard behind me can be seen all over this northeast Monroe neighborhood this morning as people are trying to cut their way out. Dozens of trees and branches still down in yards because this wind was strong when it blew through. And to give you an idea just how strong the storm was, about 100 yards past this fence is the bottom of a tree. Well, here's the top of the tree. It blew all the way across the fence and actually wedged itself into this fence after blowing across the field. Add to that the fact that part of the roof on Parkside Elementary blew off, and the wind did a lot of damage in this area.
At Ludlow Bar, the cleanup is well underway. Just a few hours after winds ripped off the roof, it's already being replaced. But damage inside will take a while to come back from.
When I come over here, I was hoping it would just be the shingles off the roof, and then when I saw more of the devastation, it was just shocking.
This down fast food sign is proof the storm didn't spare much in its path.
This brown building is Ludlow Bar, where the roof was ripped off the top. And to show you just how strong these winds were, we're about a half-mile away, and there are chunks of the roof over here. There's tar paper, shingles. There's even chunks of the plywood that came off the top, and this neighborhood definitely got the worst of it.
The whole house shook for about 15 or 20 seconds.
Kyle Deneur's SUV didn't stand a chance when several limbs of a tree snapped, landing in his driveway, also crushing his basketball hoop. Not exactly the present he was hoping for after getting married this weekend.
I was glad, I guess, that it was the vehicle and not the house.
Police estimate 70+ mile-per-hour winds hit before 7 a.m., knocking out power to a big portion of the city, including the police station for several hours, and taking off part of a roof on Parkside Elementary School. It left dozens with a major cleanup, most just thankful it wasn't worse.
We heard quite a rumble, kind of like thunder, and the kids looked outside of their windows and they had tree leaves up against the windows.
It couldn't have been more than 30 seconds and it was over. It was just, like I said, all I heard was the boom. I didn't even hear the wind.
Gone as quickly as it came, bringing a community together to clean up and leaving lasting damage.
You can take a walk down 4th Street in Monroe here where we're standing, and I'll tell you, just about every single yard on this block either has their own damage or some branches from a different yard have flown into their yard. And about 2 blocks down this street, a father and daughter had the scare of a lifetime this morning. NBC 15's Tim Elliott has that story.
We got a mess to clean up.
Trees down all over the neighborhood.
It's a busy Monday morning for residents living on 10th Avenue on Monroe's north side.
What a mess.
A massive storm blew through, ripping a part of the roof off this home and dumping it into the backyard.
We got a call a little before 7 this morning, and he said the roof blew off his house.
Kevin Frisky was home with his daughter when the storm hit. Thankfully, both are okay.
Could have been a lot worse. Fortunately, both Kevin and his daughter who are home are both okay, which is the good thing.
We're here in Kevin Frisky's backyard where his home lost a part of the roof. You can see it behind me in the backyard. If you want to take a look over here, his TV antenna is actually fully intact, but if you look at his neighbor's backyard, roof fully intact over here, but that TV antenna is completely on the ground.
It's just our antenna is laying flat in the yard. We fared well compared to some of our neighbors.
Debris is everywhere. Insulation high up in a tree, a busted ceiling fan resting on the lawn.
He's trying to figure out what happened here, man.
And after the storm rolled through, PJ came out of hiding.
Things have changed, haven't they, pussycat?
Thankful that this is all there is.
Deborah Bloom decided to wait out the storm before she left for work, but soon realized she wasn't going anywhere.
I had part of 2 trees down across my driveway. I couldn't have even driven around them.
Now, their energy turns to cleaning up.
Nobody's been hurt and everyone's accounted for, and that's the main thing.
In Monroe, Tim Elliott, NBC 15 News.
Even in this neighborhood, as hard hit as it was, the first signs of progress started coming a couple hours after the storm rolled through this morning when power started coming back on. A lot of these homeowners have already cut down trees or cut up the logs, but as you can see, there's still plenty of cleanup and plenty of logs to haul away. Reporting live in Monroe, I'm Chris Woodard for NBC 15.
Chris Chris, thank you. That iconic giant pumpkin just off the interstate near Milton has once again been knocked down by high winds. It was sitting atop a silo at Myers Farm Market in Rock County along I-90. And you'll probably remember just 2 weeks ago, the pumpkin was newly replaced after severe storms blew the original off its silo perch last year. At that time, the pumpkin was fastened inside by cables to try and prevent another pumpkin smashing. But the pumpkin still could not withstand this morning's winds. The owner says they have insurance and do plan to replace it again.
And there's more damage farther south in Janesville. This is video of trees down and brush on River Road in Janesville. The straight line winds also bent corn crops to the side in Rock County, and we're hearing also around the Edgerton area. And thousands of people lost power during the storm. In fact, classes were canceled today at UW Rock County in Janesville because of power outages. Classes were also canceled at several summer school sites.
And we do want to thank many of you who added to our weather coverage with your own pictures. Tina snapped this photo of power poles down in Monroe, and Terry sent us this picture of trees snapped in Rock County. Remember, you can always submit your weather pictures. Just head to NBC15.com and click on the My Capture icon. You can also post them on our Facebook fan page.